Welcome to Horse Girl TV. I'm Angela Kelly. I'm feeling ever so clever with my trusty new iPhone, so we're going to mix it up a little bit and start with Horse Girl Mail. Maria from Washington State writes in and says, I was wondering if you could do an episode on buying a first horse. Although I read many books on the subject, I'd really like to know what your opinion is. Thanks so much. I absolutely love your show. Well, Maria, this is a great question, but we're going to put the cart before the horse and learn about what it's like to be in the tack. We're back at horse country, and we're here to get the lowdown on what it is to get up on the back of a horse. So Wendy, thanks for coming back on the show.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Let's pretend I just bought my first horse. I have no tack. What do I need?
Can we assume that you're going to be riding English?
Yes.
Okay.
Initially, I kind of want to do some trail riding, maybe some light jumping, galloping across the field, maybe once or twice go hilltopping if I'm adventurous enough, sort of thing.
Sure. Well, the kind of saddle you would probably find the most use out of in that case would be an all-purpose saddle, which is designed to sit you in a comfortable position and at the same time support you when you want to jump, and at the same time have a long enough flap so that if you wanted to do just some more serious flat riding, you could just let your stirrups down a little bit and ride with a longer leg. Okay,
and fitting it to my horse, is that important?
It's very important. First we fit the horse, then we fit you.
Okay.
Because you can usually find a saddle that will feel comfortable to you in the type of saddle that you've discovered fits your horse and the tree size that fits your horse. The one you're sitting in now is a flyover saddle. It uses a dressage style short girth.
Okay.
It is designed for cross-country riding, and because it's a monoflap, it instantly molds itself to the horse, and when you get on, you are instantly sitting in the pocket of the horse, which is the space between the shoulders and the barrel.
Okay. Can we try some more of these back
Absolutely.
here? Okay. This one's gorgeous.
It is.
This is very pretty.
And I'm glad to see you're training your body by getting on left side and right side so that your muscles are equally developed. That's just as important for people as it is for horses.
I'm sorry, it's only because it's a model. I'll dismount proper next time.
That's okay. I appreciate you not kicking me when you get on. This saddle is called a Premia, and it is designed for the show ring primarily. It has a French design.
Okay.
But it's comfortable, as I'm sure you will attest.
Yes.
It's very comfortable, so you could do just trail riding in it. The other lovely thing about this saddle is that the price point is excellent. It's under $1,000.
Wow.
So you get a lot of bang for the buck. It's a very, very comfortable saddle.
So this would be a really great starter
Great starter
model.
saddle, absolutely.
Awesome. And can I get off on the right? I don't want to kick you.
You can get off whichever way you want. This saddle is called a Le Chamois. We had it made for us. Again, it's a French design, so the tree points are shorter, means it's going to go from horse to horse more easily.
So this might span my lifetime of riding
horses,
on
yes.
some level.
Yes.
Okay.
This saddle has a forward seat balance, but it has more security in the way of thigh blocks and knee blocks that allow you to customize a security feeling for your leg.
This is specifically for horse country?
Yes, we had
Wow.
it designed for us.
Okay, so properly we'll mount from the left on the
thank
Steuben. You know, heaven forbid for the Germans.
My ex-riding instructor Sol was pleased now.
Okay, so this is the Steuben, and it feels solid on my seat bones, but
Yes.
this will afford me comfort long hours in the saddle?
Yes, it's designed to be comfortable by virtue of the shape of the seat and the position that it puts you in. This saddle has a more central balance, so you're sitting more erect, and your leg is in such a position that you can get over it quickly enough to balance over a jump, but at the same time, you're putting a lot more weight in your seat bones, which is more natural, the way you would sit in a chair.
Okay, it feels really, it's solid, but it feels really comfortable.
It is very comfortable. Steuben is arguably the best maker of saddles. Literally, it is not unusual for people to have a Steuben for 15 or 20 years, and it's still in perfectly good serviceable condition.
Wow.
They hold up brilliantly.
You have some bridles back here. Could we maybe
Sure.
go to talk about those?
Absolutely.
Okay. Another essential thing, a bridle.
Right. Again, it's going to be determined by what kind of riding you're going to do. If you're just going to be trail riding, something like this, which is made of a material called biothane,
Oh, wow.
There's no real care involved with this other than hosing it off.
Wow.
Right, so very comfortable for the horse, easy care for you, and the cost is very affordable, comes with rubber reins, so it's a nice choice.
A real good grip here.
Yeah, nice choice for a first bridle. Then over here, what we have is more of a show bridle. This is going to have raised leather here, and at the cavesson, it's going to be padded at the nose band and at the brow band.
Wow.
Very fancy. It's going to be thinner here, again, because it's not designed for hours and hours of use at one time between inspections. It's designed to look good on your horse and show off your horse's head when you're in a show ring.
Okay.
And then over here, this is what you would use if you were going fox hunting. It's very traditional tack. It's flat. There's no raised. It's broader.
Okay.
It's thicker, and that's because
More heavy duty.
More heavy duty. You're spending hours out there. Your life depends on this tack when you're out in the field.
Literally.
Literally.
I guess I shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, literally, because you don't want anything to break, which is why, of course, anytime you finish riding, you should clean your tack and you should go over it to make sure that no stitching has come apart and that there are no wear points that are becoming problematic that could cause breakage in the future.
Now, what is another like basic thing that I would need? I've heard, you know, oh, you need to get a breast collar or a martingale. Obviously, a girth.
Well, let's start off quickly with girths. Simply, that's what holds your saddle on. Again, there's lots of different price points, lots of different comfort levels for your horse. You want to make sure that your girth has at least one side of elastic, so that, and preferably two, so that when your horse makes a big breathing effort, the torque is the same on both sides.
So elastic on both sides to allow breathability for the horse, and that holds you on, so you want a good girth.
Exactly, and you want to make sure that, again, the stitching on that is always in great condition because you don't want your girth breaking while you're galloping.
So what about the breast collar?
Every piece of tack is designed for a purpose. If your saddle is sliding back, you would either use a breastplate, which attaches to the saddle in 3 places, or a breast collar, which can attach in 2. If your horse has a problem with head tossing, then you would want to use a standing martingale, much the way a Western rider would use a tie down. It keeps the horse from flipping his head back and up and possibly hitting you in the face. Saddle pads, again, depending, you want one that fits your needs as far as what you're going to be doing, and then of course fits the saddle, and also most importantly, doesn't destroy the fit of the saddle. If you have a saddle that fits well, if you put a big thick pad under it, you've in fact made your horse's back wider, and now the saddle's going to be too narrow.
That makes complete sense. Well, I think that covers it. I mean, thanks for letting me come back. Of course,
my pleasure.
It wasn't too rough to come back here today, and just kind of give you the basics of what you need to be in the tack.
We're certainly happy to have you, and always, if we can answer any other questions for you or any of the viewers, we're here and we're happy to help.
Cool.
So we're all about education.
Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome.
Thanks again for your question, Maria. Stay tuned for a future episode covering the essentials of buying your first horse.
Well, I think this gives you the basics of what it is to be in the tack. Now that you've tuned in, how about we go tack up?